There we go. So that stuff doesn't thing in the chat, although my PC side chat stuff's still loading up. Probably would have done it sooner, but yeah, but for some reason things wanted to, so many things, wanted to be slow. Freeze. But anyway. I really hate when it's like it does that shit where it's like, oh, I get on Discord via mobile and everything, and it says like I'm in no text channels. It's like, and it's like like I know there was actually I was actually on the thing last time. Yeah, it's kind of like a what the fuck type of moment, like what do you take me for? Yeah. Alright, lots of other stuff there. Here. Alright, so check stream, sounds looking sounding and everything, hopefully. Okay. Alright, so the bots have done their stuff and things in Twitch chat. They've also done stuff on Discord. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. As always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And, today I decided to play some more Elden Ring Night Ring, because I wasn't really doing much of anything. And I figured, like, you know what, well, I just, go live and, play something, that I kind of wanted to do, and, maybe hang out with people that, may or may not, that may come by and whatever, whether they, be actively chatting or silently lurking and all that, and just, go from there. And, well, I got a PlayStation notification. Oh. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, today I decided to continue my little run of Night Rain as the Havel Raider. Now, last time I did this, um, technically I was attempting to do the DLC because I was kind of like tempted, to try and everything like that because, for one, I haven't really played the DLC in a hot minute. Two, I wasn't really doing much of anything since why I did, the surprise stream on the day that I did them. And I say them because I did about two streams. And, yeah. So, so in one stream, one part of the stream that I did, I took on the balancer's boss. still, I'm not the biggest fan of that, which I always will, which I will die on the hill saying hashtag nerf the balancers. Come at me because I don't care. Um, but we managed to get through them and everything. I had a really close call on the Dreadlord for the first attempt, but didn't really. But we ended up going down in the end. Um, so I attempted another little stream where I was like, you know what, I kind of want to see if I can get my revenge on the Dreadlord, and actually, and when it came to the Dreadlord stream, I actually changed my build up a little bit because I wanted to try and get some revenge, and hopefully have like a little, I'd say like a decent little setup to hopefully do some damage on the boss and everything. Um, and yeah, we managed to do that. I think like at the end though, it's like I think I had gone down because of like things like like the rot and stuff like that. Just like having no heals. And just going down. But I know that my teammates did the thing, so it's like, hey, it's something better than nothing. But yeah, today we're going to be going back into the swing of things of the base game and everything like that. Um, Before I kind of explain everything, I'm going to show you guys my little build that I made for this run. So as you can see, call it the Havel Raider. I'm using Raider's Goblet, which has a red, blue, and yellow slot. And these are the following relics. So I have a red Grand Burning Scene where it has dormant powers, help discover great hammers, items confer effect to all of my allies, and physical attack on +2. I have a blue Grand Jubilee Scene where it has improved poise near Totem Stella, HP restoration upon great hammer attacks, and taking attacks improves attack power. And then I have a yellow Grand Luminous Scene where it has damage taken while using character skill on Raider, improves attack power and stamina. Ultimate Art L charge +2 and +1 poise. So this was some stuff that I kind of came across was like when I was doing like some slight little research of trying to figure out like what kind of stuff I should look for in terms of relic loadouts for turning Raider into Havel the Rock. Which for some reason, like I was, like for the longest time, I always called them as like just Havel Monster, but I think I might have gotten that from my friend Onyx because because I know he's known to like make build characters up the wazoo and have like the most random names sometimes, but I think like he actually did a thing a while back where he created a character literally called Havel Monster. But anyway, so the whole thing with this build is um, so the whole thing with this build is at most, great hammers are kind of like, I guess like one of like the, like the second, like one of the go-tos, if not like, the secondary type thing for Havel, for the Havel to use. Um, so that's why I have like, dormant powers up discover great hammers. And if I can be able to get great hammer, I can be able to get some, HP restoration upon great hammer attacks. Um, improve poison or Totem Stella. Um, it's kind of like it's kind of like a two-way thing per se because for one, there will be those times where I will actually be calling upon Totem Stella to like deal with bosses or like deal with like maybe like some sort of waves or something like that. So there's that, and plus Havels and have like quite the poise. Um, Taking attacks improves attack power. Obviously, like the more you get hit, the more like strong you become, more or less. And because with Raiders, retaliate character skill and everything like that. Every time I get anytime I get any sort of damage taken while doing my character skill, it can improve my attack power and stamina even more. Probably even paired whenever I get the whole taking attacks improves attack power buff. So yeah, that's the build. Um, so yeah, last time as far as we did like regular bosses go, we did Tricephalos and Gaping Jaw, basically starting the run. So now we're gonna be going hopefully trying to go against Cynthia Pest and maybe even Augur, and all that. So yeah, but before I get into it, before I get into things, I might as well kind of like explain how these things go a little bit. So this is pretty much what I like to kind of like to refer to as like fun runs. Like I just kind of like just play some Night Rain for fun. Maybe like play as different characters every now and then, and experiment with different builds and whatnot. And in this case, I'm also kind of referring to it as like a cosplay build, because in the game you can build how certain outfits for certain characters that are based on other characters from the Souls universe. Like for example, with this, Havel Rock, on Ranger, so it's like yeah, we'll try like to maybe make a build that would somehow be close, if not maybe like on the nose of what Havel might be like if he was actually a playable character in Night Rain. Um, Now, as far as how things go here, usually it's as far as how things go here, usually it's a thing where it's like I try and do 2 bosses per stream, because sometimes like queue times can be kind of all over the place, but also like trying both to like build up to, for the day 3 or the final day for the boss that I'm queuing up can take a little bit of time as well. So yeah, I try to do 2 bosses per stream, and depending on how things go, will determine whether or not like if I fully VOD stream, make like one video out of something in particular, and then like kind of keep it on Twitch for a little while, or if I don't like if I don't have any successful runs at all. So like for example in this case, if I can go get into a city in a past expedition, and then beat that, and go have a successful run against Augur, then obviously like I'll full VOD the stream from start to finish. But like let's say if I took on one boss and had a successful run on that, but couldn't be able to do a thing with the other boss, then I try to sort of like edit that down a little bit, um, to have the main expedition of the successful run that I had, and then I'll probably like keep it on Twitch for a good long while until like maybe I start running out of space, and I'm like, okay, I gotta start, either like deleting them or like exporting them to YouTube. But if you can't build, to get into any sessions, or if you can't build, have successful runs and all that, then I usually just don't VOD stream. Either like I let Twitch, take care of it on their own, or I just, get rid of it myself. So, and the way I usually do these is I usually play in trios. So usually I'll be queuing up I'll be queuing up with like a couple of randoms. Um, I don't really do a whole lot. I don't really do like the whole party chat thing that much, other than like maybe like one person in particular. Um, and I try and stick it out as much as I can. Um, but like if both my if both my teammates leave for whatever reason, then I usually then I pretty much leave last. Um, the only little exceptions per se that I might leave on my own accord is either like if like say like the game has like a little bit of an issue where it's like has like a weird network error or something, or or if PlayStation decides like, oh, you're offline, so you're just gonna take me out of the thing. Or in some cases, which is like it's very like rare sighting type of thing, but the only other time I might like leave of my own accord is if like I feel like Like my teammates are not really that good, and they they keep going down a lot and everything like that. So, yeah. But I often do at most, try to, stick things out until maybe it's until just me. Probably the only time I might, kind of, like stick around and everything like that is if like say, like I maybe have like a, as like say like if maybe I have like a winning grace or two, and and I'm trying like, to, take on the boss or whatever, then, I might give it a shot. But other than that, it's just like, if everyone else leaves, then I basically leave too, at most. And also, for the hell of it, I did a little thing as well where I changed my in-game name thing to the Havel Raider. It's kind of a little something I might, it's kind of a little something I do from time to time, like if I, like want to, like get into like, like get into like that, get into the character or just like, have some sort of random ass theme or something like that, when, like whenever I did my fifth build, like whenever I did my fifth build on Raider, I called myself, Fisty McPunch'em and everything, and then like, when I play those, like, when I try to like, do like a Solaire build on Guardian, I call myself Guardian Solaire. Um, when I did my Artorias Baller run, I called myself Arboreus the Abyss Walker, even though I can only use like, even though like I use even though like the name thing in game, I went with Night Arboreus because I couldn't build, to put, I couldn't put the Abyss Walker because of character limitations. So, yeah, But yeah, like I've, in case if anyone's like, like wanting to know about, this, because I'm pretty sure, might be those kind of people that might be those people that might be asking. Yes, I have played this game so many times. I've beaten it. I've played the whole, I played the whole game, platinumed it, played all the characters. Did all base game stuff, did all DLC stuff. Um, did all the remembrances and everything like that, for every character, and all that. So, and then I beat this game a lot of times in trios. I did a handful of duo stuff. I even had like, some decent runs when I tried to do solo. Even though like the farthest I've gotten in solo was, mainly going up against a Hellister, which was back when I was doing my solo run as Iron Eye. But but yeah, I've done quite a bit in this game. Even still, like every now and then, even still, like, I still play this game quite a bit and everything. So we got double balancer, executor. Swarm of flies. I'm gonna keep that for right now, and then I think hold on. Okay. Okay, the executive. Exactly, I got the swarm of flies thing, that's all. But yeah, I see that we do have the rotted woods, which is interesting to say the very least. Okay, we got an abductor virgin. Golden land. You know, I'm gonna take it for right now. Yeah, unless I get something, you know, a little bit better. Why is this contraption unlocked by another world? Interesting. So supposedly this thing has been unlocked? I'm honestly kind of I'm honestly kind of taken aback by that. Do that for right now. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. Also, little something to point out, I guess, that, you know, as random as it may be, but I recently got a new controller yesterday. Ouch. But yeah, I got a new controller yesterday. It's a wired controller. Works for me on PS4, which is nice. We had like a set for PS4 on the thing. It's like, you know, it's like, do we attempt to maybe try and go for the castle? You know, hopefully be like, you know, whatever's there, you know, will be something we can do, or... Well, let's see what we got. It is Doggo. Thing that was really worth getting, even though I'll do a much guard kind of burst all the time. Yay! I'll take that. I'm in the front and the back. So guarding up his poise. Ow! What? Like swing! Holy shit. Ow! Fucker. I am going to go back down to use the, you know, the graves down here. Because, you know, closest thing to it and everything. I think they're up top. Sort of Centrina. Like I got the sour Santorini up in this bitch. I couldn't really see it, unfortunately, because homeboy was kind of in the way. Ooh. Time to go. Like time to go, methinks. See about maybe getting church over here. Not bad thing. Like, how is all of that this? Like, how the fuck did all of that shit this? James Rick, man. That's the craziest rigging I ever did see. What we got? What idea? Yeah, yeah, my stepdad got me a new controller and everything for my PS4 yesterday, which is nice. Now I don't have to worry about the. Now I don't have to deal with the a random little drift that happened every now and then with my other one. I still have I do still have like, I do still have like the other one for for now, but with this one it's like, hey, but for this one it's like, hey, like I can go to Grit Stairs. I'll keep that. I'm gonna do that for right now. 25,202. Like, I really want to go over here and everything. Like, I want to go over there, but I'm pretty sure, people, I'm pretty sure, like, my team would be like, what the fuck is this raider guy doing? And he's like, way over there, there's no little purpose and all that stuff. Yeah, it's always best, if you can, it's like if you have a particular shifting earth and everything, it's always best to try and, get the thing while you're here. Especially in this case, because we will be, like, getting pushed into, the Rotted Woods area. And it's claws. Like it's claws, but it has like bleed and rot. Ooh. I talked about this before on like other streams and everything like that, but depending on like what kind of depending on the circumstances at hand, especially especially when it comes to the shifting earth and everything. It kind of like determines what kind of like depending on what boss you're going for and everything, it will depend on depending on what kind of boss that you're going for and everything, going up against, kind of like determines whether or not what kind of it kind of like determines what would be best in terms of like a shifting earth. I have them faster, bitch. Alright, you know what? Die of death. Alright, let's go try and, let's go see if we can try and help out the executor. He is facing magma worm. I couldn't get the crit because he's at a weird angle. Yeah, I'll get, oh, holy ground. I need to go 5. I don't want to face fucking Blackblade Kindred. Like, everybody's can take the fat one. Oh, lovely, we got choices after choices. And he's aggro on me. I couldn't move. Like I literally couldn't move because I was in the fucking, you know, fucking retaliate. Ow, ow, ow. Now let's see. Well, I guess we're going for it. dog. I literally was trying to hit my damn character skill. Twisted. Let's see, where the fuck? I think where the fuck is damn, Grace at? So probably the one I'll be using, the final thing I'll be using is this and this. Because because one thing will have fire. Yeah, because one thing will have fire, which is gonna be like the main thing that's gonna be needed. And another one will be bleed. Die faster, please. And next level. Alright, we're max level. Got some pretty good stuff, methinks. a lot of great hammers. Phase 2. And unfortunately that did nothing because he was too far away. think Iron Man got a sword knight point thing. Ow, I thought I was clear from that. Come here. Looks like I get the crit hit. But we got it all nonetheless. I'll do that. Probably don't need it because I'm pretty sure like most of my weapons that I have. Pretty sure most of my weapons that I have are gonna take like either like Specific Stone 2 or nothing at all. Yeah. That. Take one of those. Alright, so it's gonna be interesting. Ow. Alright. He's gonna fire underneath. Where's my fucking aim at? What the fuck? I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's like, you know, he does the war, he does the animation where he comes up out of the ground. That was weird. But yeah, this is bad. For those who don't know, this is phase 2 portion. of Noster, where it's like, you know, Noster goes up on the footage to Stew shield. How did that not do anything? Oh man. Yeah, we got him. Nice. We done did the thing. Gotta love it. Alright, let's see. Sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Nothing really good there for me to use. Probably, I probably wouldn't be using it as much, if at all. But that's, I guess one would say, like, you know, that's the beauty of it. Also, why my I got my fucking PC channel and everything like that, and it's like fucking I don't know if like Steam had an update or like restarted or what, but it's like my Steam stuff. It's just like right there. So it's just like right there, like right in front of my face. Name, real human. Real humane. Alright, so I see Streetbot managed to get a bot account taken care of. I'd love to see it. Alright, so we took care of sentient pests. We're going to queue up against Augur in a little bit. I was kind of like I want to, you know, take care of some stuff on PC side of things real quick. Why did that come up? I did not ask for that to come up. The fucking for some reason the fucking ZDL launcher thing for Doom, like, it just randomly came up when I didn't want it to. Like, cause what I was trying to do was, like, I was trying to, like, fucking I was like trying to fucking I was trying to move like my fucking Steam stuff. Cause usually kind of like what I do is, like, when I have Steam up and everything like that, you know, I always have, like, you know, some stuff like, you know, you know, minimize whatever. But usually, like, on my little, like, panel bar thing, you know, like task bar or whatever you want to call it, whatever the fuck it's called. Maybe do a thing where it's like I have like my browser that I use, and my folder have Steam up, well, Steam stuff, next to it and everything, and for some reason it just fucking, and for some reason everything decided to like just close. Like I don't know what the hell's happening sometimes. Sometimes like I don't know if it's like fucking if like it's like having like a moment where it's like oh needs to restart or doing something or doing God knows what. Like I was like like I said I was like literally trying like to like like I said like I was just checking fucking PC side and everything like that make sure everything was still good. And all of a sudden like my Steam stuff's like it's just like right in, front and center. Like for some, like it's just randomly like decided to restart for some reason. You motherfucker. Like you show me all that shit, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, we're taking, it's like, oh, we're taking it away, and then just doing that shit. Whatever, man. Whatever. But yeah, I will say, because we're going to kind of like take a little bit moment or two. So when it comes to like the sentient past, I'm not the biggest. I'm not really the biggest fan of fighting it. But as far as like as far as like like normal and Everdark, and all that stuff, like I would rather fight the regular one, but like it would be like a rare type of thing, to me, because to me like fighting the fucking because to me like fighting the Everdark Summit version of Noster, Stinking Pest, whatever you want to call it, it's just an absolute slog, and it's like an absolute slog, and overall just a pain in the ass, because it's like because it's like oh, you start off in phase two, whether or like Nostra's riding on Furu's stone shield and everything, and like you take them out, and then suddenly a third being comes, like suddenly like a third being comes and everything like that, and then it tries to to give them life and give them health back and everything like that, and then whenever like either Noster or Furus just goes down, then the new being, and it's like Animus or something like that. Uh, fucking, does the thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to now, like put, possess. I'm not, I'm not going to to put myself into their body. Give them, give them some health at the cost of my own and all that, and then give them some, some temporary new little abilities, stuff like that, to help them out, help them out in battle and everything. I guess I'll just queue up and just hope for the best. Yeah, I guess while I wait, I guess I'll kind of like maybe go to a collector's sideboard. if I get queued up really fast, like we'll see. So yeah, like I said, there's a thing about like conjuring a shift about shifting errors that happen from every now and then. Sometimes they can be random. Sometimes they can be set in motion. And these are the shifting errors that you can both play around with. Um, so for Crater, you pretty much have like a thing and like right like I think it's like at the like top center portion of the map. You go down, you go down, fight a magma worm, and then you go to uh, turn a handful of weapons into like legendary, like gold legendary plus status or whatever. Um, Very nice to use overall, especially especially like at times where it's like you might be like on your way down, you'll be fighting like a lot of the pretty like fire monk dudes or whatever the fuck they're called. Um, but there's a nice little thing to do overall, especially like I said, if you want to, if you're just thinking if you're getting like a nice little weapon or something like that, you can maybe upgrade to legendary status. The highest I've seen go, some weapons go is like +3, but others can only go to like, but others sometimes need to go to like only like +2 or +1. Um, Mountaintop, basically is a thing where it's like it has like a giant like a giant icy mountaintop on the left side of the map and everything like that. Um, Usually that's best for when you're wanting to deal with like Caligo, because Caligo is known to cause frostbite and everything. Um, and it helps out. It helps out pretty nicely against that boss in particular. Anything else is just kind of like, even though like you could still get it, maybe like fight some of the bosses like this one dragon that'll come out and every now and then they'll come out and all that and maybe you'll be able to do that, but mostly mountaintop shifting earth is good for Caligo. Anything else is really just yeah. So Rotted Woods, which is what we just had. Um, Basically, you have like you have like a woodland area, like a forest area on the bottom right, like around like the bottom right hand side of the map. Um, it's going to be having like a lot of scarlet rot, so let's be so if you don't have like if you don't have the blessing of the rotted woods, then and everything like that, the more that you stay in the thing without that, then the more you'll get scarlet rotted and everything. Maybe unless if like you had the Dreadlord relic, it's like like you to where it's like you get Scarlet Rot, and then you got like the gauge and everything, and then whenever rock Scarlet Rot procs in the vicinity, and then you can go someone gets some health back, even though it's kind of like a kind of like a uphill battle for what it kind of feels like. Um, there's kind of a few bosses, I guess you could say that could work for this, or like a handful of bosses. Um, sometimes I have like seen this get conjured up for um, Dark Drift Knight or Fulgore, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes it's been conjured up for Libra, just in case like if you can't both find like any like other type of effective weakness and everything, like for example, like if you couldn't find like anything that deals madness or holy atmos, then you could do that. Um, but the one boss I'd say in particular that might if I had to pick like one boss to use the rod to use that on, it would probably be for Dreadlord because because with it you could be able to not have to worry about like the phase one side of things because at least because like at least in phase one you'll have some, you'll have like the rot immunity. Even though that even though like in phase two he takes it away, even though like in phase two Dreadlord takes the power away, or well at least the immunity away and everything, and then you just have the partial HP restoration upon post damage attack, aka the Bloodborne rally effect, as some have called it. But yeah, you got that. Um, Noclateo, pretty much you have like a city. I want to say it's kind of like on the bottom left hand side of the map, I believe. But basically, what happens is that you get like a city that's on like some little island thing or whatever. And with this, you don't have the stat. You don't have the castle. You don't get the castle area. If you have knock the tail up, it's for any particular reason. Whether you conjured it up yourself, or if it just happens to be a bar and cheapest chance. Um, the power of the Shrouded City basically is um, you get like a free revive if if everyone's like all down and whatnot. So like for example, if everyone's like fully down, no matter what bar they're at, then everyone gets like a little free revive type of thing. You get some health back. And I think like a temporary increase in your attack power and stuff like that. Um, it's good against really any boss in particular. No no real like special moment, if you will. Um, and the last one, which is the Forsaken Hollows, that's mainly for that's mainly for the Great Hollow Shifting Earth is mainly for the DLC bosses, Tricephalos or Noster, like since we just faced them. Um, and the thing is like I don't really know the real difference between I don't really know like the real difference with like conjuring the Great Hollow Shifting Earth, because it's one of those situations where it's like if you get the new map, it can have like more than one. It feels like it can have like more than one variant. So it's like so it's almost like saying like at most it's like oh it's almost like saying like at most it's like oh it's like you have you have like one of like a few different variables of maps and stuff, and it's just like like doesn't really doesn't really matter, you know. I didn't even see who all got picked. Got a Revenant and a Recluse. So basically, we got the three R's. We got the three R's: Raider, Revenant, Recluse. That's funny. They're like, that's funny. Alright, let's see. Try. Oh, speaking of Nakoteo, like what do you know? It's like what do you know? Speaking of Nakoteo, that's what we happen to have. Fire pot, cookery. I mean, it is a lightning place, so yeah. And if we, you know, much we can go, if we can look at, you know, some good lightning stuff. Edge. Got that one. Oh, come on! For a moment there I thought like someone had left. I was like, what the fuck? Now I'm back down to level 1. God damn it. Ain't that some bitch? Where are you? We got that fucker. I believe I got my runes back, thankfully. I'm gonna take the spear for right now. Oh. Well, I guess I'll level up since I'm here. I'll take it. Firepot. And arrows. Actually, hold on. Lightning grease. Okay. So over here is a fireplace, so... Knock, knock. I'll just put that right there. Okay. We got a couple of lightning things right now. A lightning great horn hammer. Not the best Ash of War. It's, you know, not really the best Ash of War, but yeah, it is what it is. Bleak the tumble forward, clad in lightning. Tumbles can be repeated in rapid succession. Well, you know I gotta get me some of that. Like you just know I gotta get me some of that, you know, bewitching branch. Elements, because sleep's going to be the thing, more or less. Now what's over here? That's the Bellbring Hunter. Ow! Yeah, how about we not face the Bellbring Hunter? Yeah, let's not face Bellbring Hunter. I don't like him. I want the better use for him. We're all the way over here. I guess we're still going after it. Oh, come on! And go already. Not gonna be able to take him. Not gonna be able to finish him off. And Revenant has left. Again, Revenant has said fuck your shit, I'm out, basically. You know what? I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to just restart as well. I think I'm going to just leave as well. Like I don't know what it is, but sometimes it feels like it has like a shoulder motivator kind of thing. Now I don't know. Now, I'm just gonna put something and say like this, you know, because I even like I doubt that the person, you know, who was playing the recluse, you know, was like watching, but like, well, actually, give me a sec. I'm gonna boost for you guys. Okay. But yeah, sorry about that. Took a little longer because I had to go take care. I was taking care of everything, and I find out that food was ready. So yeah, um, I'm still gonna continue, but yeah, the thing I was gonna say was like, like no offense to the person to that person who was playing as Recluse and everything like that, but the thing about Recluse is that she's going to be like very squishy, like very squishy, like some would say like glass cannon type of thing, where it's like just she goes down, she can go down, easy like and everything like that, and the fact, and like I said, the fact was the fucking Revenant, just like up and leaving the world just because they went down to to the storm. It's like, there's, kind of like I said, it's kind of like a little demotivator type of thing. Even with the whole situation with the the Shrouded City and everything like that. But again, it was just it's like I said, it was like full of like like a slight demotivator, and it was just again, it was just apparently it was just a recluse and everything like that. It was just like I don't know. Not those, not like even though like I have not like played Recluse a whole lot, and everything like that. Like I know that there could be like those times where I know there could be those times where it's like someone could be like like a really cracked recluse and be able to do this, that, and the other. But it's just sometimes just kind of just it goes back to the whole like squishy glass cannon type situation. And the fact that we lost the fact that that we lost the Revenant due to them rage quitting and all that. It was just like it was kind of like why bother like. Especially when it came, especially like when it came to fucking, especially like when it comes to like fucking dealing with, or like trying to deal with Augur of all things. So it was just like, yeah, I might as well just fucking, restart that or whatever, and maybe find another little session or two. This one had me see something. Well, I guess maybe not, since I've, now gotten to a final session. What I was gonna do is I was gonna kind of just like check out the Twitch tracker site, just see like my stuff and everything like that, just for the hell of it. I was kind of like waiting. While I was, how you say, playing the waiting game. Alright. Balancer Duchess, Random Infinity, Iron Eye. And we got Rotted Woods again. Interesting. Is there any? So one thing I've kind of noticed is that if you get into an area like this, um, check around like this like like this little like tree right here because sometimes there could be a scarab. So yeah, like you could get like a possible early scarab, um, in the game. Whether it's good or not is remains to be seen. Oh, come on! I'm dead. Like, I'm dead and I'm down. Ow. Flag bleed. Owie. There's a chest over here along with a scurb. I want to see if I can get those things. Alright, let's see. This is the one. No offense, but like I kind of hate the fact that that's just this character name thing is just a period. Yeah, it's like I really hate the fact that your name is just a period because it kind of makes it hard to see. Like it kind of makes things hard to see a little bit, especially finding out where the fuck they are. Let's go get the more runes obtained. And we'll go here. take that for now, because it is lightning. So I can use lightning, and you know it's gonna be kind of like the the one thing we need to look for. Power. Run, please. Thank you. Every time I go for the lion's claw, the bitch decides to just move. Big roar. Let me take my main thing. It's like where are we going? I hate when my head's best like that. You know what? I'll take it. Like, I will take that shit. Not really seeing anything that, not really seeing any places that would give lightning. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm away, you bitches. Frenzy house spray. Ooh, Flaming Rock Great Axe. What are we doing? Like what are we doing? Are we like, you know, are we gonna take out enemies here? We're gonna go straight for take it, I guess. Well. make this, that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that, and this. Looks like Abraham and Queen, and Tiz, and she be there in hell. And we'll get church first. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that in time. But yeah. I guess for the time being, like I'll be rocking colossal weaponry instead of great hammers. Which I know it's probably like another little, I know it's more like another little thing that it's another little thing that the Havel, likes to would use. Because I think like in the thing that I read about, it's like like either great hammers or colossal weapons at most for a Havel build. They got smelter even. dead. Like, oh, you're dead. Get out of here. Yeah, so it's inside my totem stir. Okay. Man, I will say, I've also kind of like thinking about possible infinity builds with some, you know, with the game. I've kind of like having moments where it's like I was kind of thinking about like, you know, maybe I might do like a random infinity build, Iron Eye, maybe a Raider or something like that at most too. Which I will say, like, I do have some, which I will say, which I will kind of like say as well that I do have some stuff and things in mind for some Iron Eye runs. If this was fucking Tricephalus, I would have taken that. But best course of action was to get Holy Ground at low HP. Yeah, stay down there. Stay down there and think about what you've done. Choices. I'm just going to do that. Starfist. Reminds me of someone we're trying to do pretty soon. Not gonna lie though, I've been kind of like thinking about, you know, what if I wanted to do this, you know, like there was a random part of me that was kind of like, you know, that was kind of like sort of tempted to debut my thing I was gonna do on Friday a bit earlier. Especially because of the fact that it's practically ready to go. Like, there's only like one thing I need to do, but it's kind of like one of those little situations where it's like I have to work my way towards that goal. Oh, it's kind of one of those times where it's like I'm thinking to myself, which one do I want to get rid of? I'll get rid of Giant Crusher. Like I will sacrifice the Crusher of Giants, you know, in order to have something, in order like to have something that's you know, that's thunderous. No, like I'm hitting the jump button. I do want to see though what's up here. Cause you know, never know exactly what you're gonna get when it comes to these chests. Level 11. That is a dur. Anyway, like that. Someone dropped a... Which man is it? Someone dropped a gold thing. Oh, the renowned Grippo. The Rio Don Grippo. Alright. Critical hit story is PvP. 13. Yes, that's fine. Let's go to the castle. You know, at least kill the boss. Let's go to the castle, you know, at least get the location of the blessing and everything like that. Maybe kill the boss. Okay, så tjej. Hopefully we can get there. Okay, I see the ting. Ow. Oh, look. Loretta's bitch ass and a Dragonic Tree Sentinel. Yay. Two bitches who can go sugar dick. And just imagine those two, you know, like, you know, for like you're trying like the tag team or whatever. Like, imagine trying to tag team those two. Rather go back to your OG position. No one likes you. Look at that. In the weed, them dudes. I tried, man. Ow. One. Alright, fat fuck's down. Big noise, I'd love to see it. More health, because fucking why not? Okay. Okay. 114. Let's see. Even though it's not gonna be as powerful, but it's still lightning. Yeah, I think it's just the phase 2 side of Auger or Mirrors, whatever you want to call them. Nice. Fuel of the fight. I got the hands. Oh man, this is rotted. Nice. Okay. We all got the level 14. Love to see it. Yeah, sell. Sell. Keep that for now. Sell that. I'll keep that for now. Even though I probably won't really be using it, but you know, as they say, stranger things have happened. All right, so yeah, that was nice. You know, we had like a little situation of someone leaving on the first attempt of Augur, but we got through it nonetheless. I'm happy about that. All right, so before I do anything, I don't know why my control is doing that. Me. Like it should not have, like it should not be doing that kind of thing. Especially because, like I said, especially because this fucking controller's new. Alright, so we're gonna change it back to the Onion Raider for right now. And yeah, we are going to go ahead and call it here for tonight. But I hope everyone has enjoyed the random stream of it and everything of Night Rain, continuing more of the the Havel Raider run. I certainly had me some fun with it. But yeah, at most, next Thursday I'll probably continue more of the Havel Raider as we attempt to do um, Libra and Fulgor, aka Equilibrious Beast and Dark Drift Knight. So, that's going to be a thing. But yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of what I was going to say, but it's kind of like, Alright, so I'm gonna do the raid command thing first, just to get the, the raid message to pop up. And then I'm going to do a real special shout out to Frosty Tools actually picks up on it. So he says, yes. Alright, so yeah, my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be on Friday, which is going to be some regular Elden Ring. Um, it's going to be a bit of an interesting thing, to say the very least, because on Friday, I'm going to be kind of doing like, it's going to be kind of like a double Elden Ring special type thing. I'm not going to stream the first part, but on Friday, it's my friend Alex's birthday, um, and we're going to be playing some regular Elden Ring together. Um, at most, it's going to be, I think like it's going to be like at most like me, him, and possibly our friend Chelsea 5. We're going to be trying to do some Fellowship of the Jar, as he likes to call it. There might be other people that, might pop in, that might join in from time to time. I don't know. But he does have like some sub goals and stuff like that. Which, funny enough, one of the little sub goal things, even though, even though I told him, I said one way or another we are going to do this, but one of the little sub goal things they put on this little thing was if we get to a certain amount of subs, then me and him will do a collaboration possibly sooner rather than later at some point. Um, on Night Rain, where we do a duo Onion Raider run. We're basically like, I play, we're basically like me and him play as, the Raider, Don in the Onion armor. We go through Atmos, the main game and everything like that. So, yeah. But like I said, even if he doesn't do it, we're all going to try to do it eventually. Even if I have to poke and prod him with a stick and then some. But but yeah, after he said it's gonna last about like 5 hours at most, and like I don't know exactly how long it's gonna be from like when we start, to when I would get ready for my end. But the thing I'm gonna be doing at most is on Friday here on my channel, I'm going to be debuting a new character that I made in Elden Ring, which basically in a nutshell is Raider, but he has the Lionel set on. It's going to be the debut of Fisting McPunch'em and the lands between, because basically what's going to be happening is I'm going to be doing a fist build with Starfist and everything. We're going to be kind of, we're going to be kind of getting our final touches in, because basically, because right now, like at most, like the build is basically ready to go. Um, the only thing I have left to try and the only thing I have left to do, besides like the usual stuff and things like like upgrading my weapons and all that jazz, is I have to try and get the infinity thing that gives me the ability to have a cold infusement, because my Starfist is going to have frost and bleed on it. With like it's going to have like the additional, it's going to have like the innate bleed, but it's going to have like additional frost as well. So yeah. Now there might be a possibility, because things may happen at random and all that, but there might be a possibility sometime tomorrow that I may or may not do another DVD stream, probably do a more Chaos Shuffle or something like that. I don't know. Kind of depends, like my mood and how what time it is and how quiet things are and all that. So just kind of little random FYI. But other than that, though, my next planned stream after Friday will be on Saturday, which is going to be some shoot 'em up Saturday with Doom 2, with the Eternity mod, and then Sunday at most will be some possibly some more Outlaws remastered. To continuing as we continue our first playthrough of that. So yeah. Before I do the thing, I'm actually going to take a bite of my dinner. Okay. So we're going to try and see if we can raid into this person. Because they pretty much have just started their stream and everything. Um, say hi at most if we can. Hopefully, kind of hoping and praying in a way, that they don't have like the whole like, fucking raid limit and shit. But it's hard to say not knowing. So can we do the raid? Yes, we can. Alright. But yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw today and everything, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, maybe in Blue Sky as well. And until I see you all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.